Good afternoon, guys. I wanted to make a video because yesterday I was sitting, the kids are home, so might get a little hairy in a little bit, but I had to make this because yesterday I was sitting in church and the sermon was on 2 Corinthians 1 verse 12, and it was about leadership. And so as soon as that word comes up, I'm drawn to it because that's exactly where we are, and that's exactly what we have been called to do. And the first thing that comes out of my pastor's mouth is, I'm going to refer to my notes because during church I take notes. Part of being made in the image of God means I am called to lead. How mind-blowing is that? Jesus was the best leader that ever walked the earth. And if we want to be made more in the image of Christ, we have to lead, whether we like it or not. And that may mean leading ourselves, leading our children, or leading our businesses. But we are all made to become leaders. And so it really dawned on me, because I have mentioned this before, but I never wanted to be a leader. But I never attributed it to following Christ. I never connected the two. And now that my walk has gotten so incredible and deep, getting to know who God is, I realize all this time that's what's clicked in me. That's what it is. I can't deny it. I can't run away from it. I have to run towards it. And it feels so good to know that I'm becoming more like Christ in doing it. Isn't that amazing? That's what all of us have to do. So I'm going to keep reading my notes and just refer back to them. I am called to lead, to love, to serve, and labor to see other people flourish in the way that I lead. So I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say this now in reference to you. You and I, watching this right now, are called to lead, love, and serve, and labor to see our downlines flourish. So I am called to love and serve you, and to desire to see you flourish. You become a better leader. You get healthier from the inside out. I'm desired to teach you and guide you to find your purpose, to learn how to feel comfortable in leading, to give you tools in order to help you become a better coach. And for you, you're supposed to do that to your downlines. That's how we lead. We love, we serve, and we desire to see you flourish. That's how we lead. And if you have those three things in your head right now, and keep it in your head from this point on, you will succeed. Because you're walking in God's will, you're doing what He calls you to, and you're leading like He wants you to. Isn't that incredible? That's why this business is so incredible, because it's allowing you to do all of them. To love and to serve, to work on you, and to desire to see others flourish in the health transformation that you're going through, and the people under you that they're going through. What? It's incredible. So even if it means leading yourself, and let's say you're not a coach, let's say we have discount coaches that don't really want to lead per se, be a coach. Well, you still have to teach them how to lead themselves, how to lead them towards personal development, how to lead them towards desiring the best for their life, to lead them towards supporting them and encouraging them. You still have to help them even if they don't want. And in that transformation, sometimes they might end up being one of your star coaches, but you're still called to love and serve them and want to see them flourish, period. So you have to help yourself, leading yourself well. To say, we lead others by leading ourselves first. So you have to be taking care of you first before you're able to lead someone else. But you can do it together. And you can share that journey with people that are hesitant to sign on because they're just starting their journey. Well, you tell them, listen, I'm walking this with you. So you become so much more relatable to them. And they're watching you lead yourself well. So then they're motivated and encouraged by that. And you can continue to just help them on their journey, giving them the tools they need, showing them what's next, showing them how they can better grow in that area. It's just this beautiful circle. So he gave us 3 or 4 bullet points. I think 3 bullet points. And, okay, so the second one was, all great leaders are followers of Jesus. What? That's us. So exciting. The only way we will be great leaders for Jesus is if we follow him. God, exalting him, he will work in my life to humble or exalt me. So we have to humble ourselves and realize that we need to change. We need to grow. We need to fall. We need to fail. And in doing so, God is glorified because his strength is shown through our weakness. So we have to follow him in order to be great leaders. So make sure you're in the Word. Make sure you're praying. Make sure you're seeking him in all that you do. Ask him to change your heart. Ask him for organization. Ask him for the desire to get organized and disciplined in whatever area you're lacking. That's what I'm doing every day. I'm just asking him, God, please help me focus. Use me this day how you want. But help me to be diligent and commit all my actions to you. Because that's the kind of work I want to do. I want to do it for him. Always appealing to a higher authority. So everything we do always comes back to him, right? Part of leadership is dealing with resistance. Resistance. The nasty R that we hate so much. As we grow as leaders, we have to deal with low-level frustration towards us. It makes the team uncomfortable, and we want often to bring that person forward, or not to like embarrass them or anything, but we have to learn how to deal effectively with the resistance that comes at us when we are growing in leadership. Because when you're a leader, you deal with resistance and frustration. I mean, any leader that comes into power always deals with people who are against whatever they think. Teachers, police authority, now the president. It's no matter what, you have to be prepared to deal with that leadership. So they were talking about Proverbs 14:4. He was talking about Proverbs 14:4, and I'm going to get into it right now. Proverbs 14:4 says here, where there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but abundant crops come by the strength of the ox. What does that mean? That means the strength of the ox is the means for plowing the ground to produce abundant crops. So if you want abundant crops, you need an ox. But guess what? Ox are very messy if you have them in a barn, in a manger. They're extremely messy. So what do you have to do to the ox? You have to shovel, you have to clean out the manger. But you need them. You need them to get your harvest. You need them for the crops. So keeping oxen in a stable is a necessary part of the overall labor. You have to have those people that resist you and frustrate you. Even though it involves the unpleasant work and the frustration and resistance of cleaning the stable, An empty stable may be clean, thus not requiring any unpleasant work, but it won't produce any abundance. So if you don't have crops or oxen, you're not going to have abundant crops. So what's the moral? You need things that are going to ruffle your feathers. You need to learn how to manage difficult people and frustration in order to reap the harvest that comes from learning from that. Because you're using them to grow you. God is using them to grow you. So if you want a family to be fruitful and bring a harvest, then you get an ox. We need those frustrating people. Not, whoa, light bulb. Nobody wants them, but we need them. We need to get the shovel for the harvest. So if you're going to maintain frustrating people, you have to labor. And you have to work. And you have to be the person with the shovel. Cleaning up after them. Managing them. Taking care of them. Learning how to manage them. Because if you don't have them, you're not going to have abundant crops. Wow. No harvest of messy barn. We have to work for the harvest. I'm telling you, the sermon was so good. If you actually want to listen to it, my church, Emergence, has online, emergencenj.org. And it's the latest sermon. It was just from yesterday. So if you want to just go over and look at it or listen to it, I really suggest, because it was so, so good. It's perfect for us. They were talking about the resistance that Paul had when he was in Ephesus. People that were attacking his character, attacking the false teachers, and attacking his integrity. And that's going to happen to us in our journey. It's nothing that you like, that you want to experience, but when relationships are strained, we start seeing all behaviors as evil. When people start getting on a bandwagon to complain about you, all of a sudden they start seeing everything you do as bad. And that may be something that you may come across. You may come across with one coach or two in your journey that is just against you and has decided to go off and do her own thing or do his own thing. And you have to know that you can't drag them if they don't want to be in the team. But that doesn't mean you're any less of a good leader. It just, some people are just going to have the resistance. So how are you going to handle it? What are you going to do about it? It's almost like you have to prepare for the resistance. You know it's going to come. You can't avoid it. You can't try and distract yourself from it. It's going to come. And if you hide your head in the sand and you don't want to think about that, when it comes, you know what's going to happen? You're going to lose your mind. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to quit. That's not what God wants you to do. So you have to prepare for the storms before they come. What kind of foundation are you going to have when they hit? Just like the storms of life. What kind of faith are you going to have? What's going to hold you up when everything is falling down around you? Because it's inevitable. All of us are going to have trials. All of us are going to have some kind of suffering. What's going to happen? What are you going to cling to? And it's the same idea when you know somebody's going to come at you. Kind of just prepare. Okay, I can't control what that person is saying. I can be as kind as possible, peacemaker. But in the end, you can't control the outcome. You got to do your part and give God the rest. So I was really encouraged. Let me just make sure I don't have anything else. I was encouraged because ultimately we are here for God's glory and we're here for advancing His gospel. And we're doing that through loving people back to health, serving them and helping them flourish. My mission statement is up on my corkboard. It says, my mission statement is to help other people reach their goals through my own actions in either health, fitness, or business through the lens of the cross. That is my mission. My mission is so clear to me now. And I know and I love how God is using me to spread that love and service and to help people flourish. And I really want you guys to see that too. That's what you're being used for. And the hearts that God has brought on this team, they've just blown my mind. And I know that he's just starting. He's just getting started. It's pretty awesome to see how he is moving. And I can't wait until, I can't make anybody see the vision, but I can help you. I can try. And know that this opportunity is for you. It's to help you thrive and grow and provide income for your family, to give you travel experience, to keep you healthy, to share that with other people, to help them grow. Just, I'm so excited by what this year is going to bring, and I really hope you guys are seeing it too. So anyway, before it starts getting hairy, I got 3 kids on electronics. Look at that right there. I hope you guys have a great night. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. Talk soon. Bye.